Hello, Seiiti Arata. There is something you need to change right now. Stop checking your phone first thing in the morning. The worst thing you can do is to be opening social media as soon as you wake up. Now, you might be thinking this is harmless. It is just a quick way for you to take a look at what's going on. But here's the deal. This habit could be quietly shaping your day, your mood, even how you see the world in ways you might not want. When you wake up, your brain is in a unique state. It is not fully awake yet, but you're not asleep either. Your mind is like a sponge. It is ready to soak up whatever it comes across. This is because of something called theta brainwaves. These brainwaves are very important because they are related to learning. They can make you more open to influence, to suggestions. And I'll put some links to different types of research here. You are in a state where it's a little bit like being hypnotized. Now, think about what happens when you fill that open, receptive mind with all the stuff that is coming from social media. A lot of news, opinions, and often negativity. You're basically setting the tone for your day with all this mix. It's just not a one-off thing. When you do this every day, you're training your brain to stay in this negative state. This happens because of a process called neuroplasticity. That's something we explain in detail in our course Intelligence that you can find at arata.se/intelligence. Basically, neuroplasticity means that your brain changes, it adapts based on what you repeatedly expose it to. So by starting your day with social media, you're just not looking at your phone. You're guiding your brain to be expecting stress, negativity, and anxiety. You're setting yourself up for a day where these feelings are the norm, not the exception. Think about it. Is this really how you want to start your day? Now, don't worry. It is not all doom and gloom. There is a way out of this cycle. I'm going to be showing you how. But for now, just consider the following. What if, instead of grabbing your phone tomorrow morning, you took a moment to do something else? Anything else. That could make a whole world of difference. Theta brainwaves keep you open to suggestions. That's why you should be careful. Brainwaves are like the rhythm of the brain. Depending on what you're doing, your brain will produce different types of waves. And when you're wide awake, when you're solving problems, you are making one specific type of brainwave. When you're sleeping, you're making another type of brainwave. But when you just wake up, when you're feeling a little bit groggy, you're not quite here, that state, your brain is full of theta brainwaves. And theta brainwaves are associated with deep relaxation, meditation, and yes, that dreaming state when you're half awake. This is when your brain is most open to suggestions and learning. It is like your brain's defenses are down. Whatever you experience can get really deep into your mind. Now, why does this matter for social media? Because in the theta brainwave, this type of a theta state, your brain is not just passively taking in information, it is being influenced by that information. If the first thing you are feeding your brain is stress, fear, something that makes you angry from the news, from social media, your brain takes that in very deeply and it will stay with you along the day. You're setting a foundation of negativity even without realizing it. This is where neuroplasticity comes in. Your brain is really good at adaptation. It changes based on what you do, what you experience. So if you start every day in a state where you're open to influence with negative content, you are wiring your brain to be receptive to stress and negativity over time. When you open social media sometimes thinking, okay, let me take a look at what I'm going to be very angry about today. That's the feeling. But here's the news. Just as you can train your brain to be more negative, you can also train your brain to be more positive. It is all about what you choose to expose yourself to, especially those very special few moments when you wake up. So think about it, the special window of time that you're most open to influence. What do you want? to fill your brain with. The first minutes after waking up are very powerful, more powerful than you might think. Your morning is a very special moment to be planting the seeds for your future. Do not ruin it with bad seeds. We've learned here about the power of theta brainwaves and how they make your mind in the morning very receptive. Now, let's take a look at how your day on social media will be shaping your brain over time. You can think about it like gardening. The seeds you plant are the ones that will grow. So every morning when you open social media, it's very similar to planting seeds of stress and negativity. But here's something crucial. Social media platforms use algorithms that are designed to keep you engaged. You should know that. These algorithms often push polarizing content and rage bait. Even if you try to avoid negative encounters, these types of profiles that only post this type of content, well, this type of content will still find a way to find to your feed because some of your friends might be commenting or sharing it. So that's how those platforms work to basically get you hooked, to grab your attention. We covered this in detail in the episode number 193 of the Hello Seiiti Arata series. This constant exposure doesn't just pass through your mind without any effect. Because of neuroplasticity, your brain will get used to it. It will adapt based on repeated experiences. When your morning ritual is including navigating through all that minefield of negativity, you're basically training your brain to be more familiar with stress and anxiety. It becomes your reality. It's like you're programming yourself to be on high alert for the bad stuff, even when it's not there. However, the story doesn't end here. Your brain's flexibility is also its greatest strength. You can use it to learn to avoid negativity, to find calmness, positivity. The key lies in what you choose to feed it during that first, more impressionable moment of the day. Before we dive into the positive morning habits, please take a moment to think a little bit about your current routine. Are you unintentionally nurturing seeds of negativity every morning? Like, recognizing this can be the first step toward cultivating a more positive mental garden. Here's a good question. How can we plant seeds of positivity in our minds from the start of the day? The answer lies in creating a morning routine that enriches your mental garden with good vibes. First off, let's take a look at meditation. It's like hitting the pause button on the noise of the world. Meditation in the morning will help to calm your mind. It will set a peaceful tone for your day. It trains your brain to focus on the present, reducing the tendency to dwell on negative thoughts. Next, journaling. This is not about just, listing the things you did yesterday. Journaling is a powerful tool for gratitude, for reflection. So you can write down, for example, 3 things you're grateful for each morning. This practice shifts the focus of your brain from what's lacking, what is bad, to what is positive, what is abundant in your life. Will foster this whole sense of contentment, to be in the moment. Reading is another fantastic way for you to start your day. Instead of scrolling through social media, just pick a good book. Doesn't matter if it's fiction, transporting you to another world, or if it's something more technical, something non-fiction that will stimulate your brain in a positive way, expanding your perspective, giving you new skills, reducing your stress. Learning something new every morning can be incredibly rewarding. It could be anything from a new language to a skill, how to use Noster, a fun fact. It not only boosts your mood, but it also keeps your brain engaged and growing. Lastly, practicing gratitude can profoundly impact your mental health. Take a moment each morning to think about what you're thankful for. Could be something as simple as a sunny day or that nice cup of coffee you enjoy. Acknowledging these moments can really shift your mindset towards positivity. So before you reach for your phone tomorrow morning, ask yourself, what am I doing? What seeds do I want to plant in my mind today? Choosing activities that nurture positivity can really transform not just your mornings, but your entire outlook on life. Checking social media right after you wake up can negatively impact your mental state because, well, your brain is now full of theta brain waves at this time, then it's very open to influence. This means that all that negative, that stressful content typically found on social media will really affect your mood, your mindset, programming your brain for negativity because of this high receptiveness to these influences that you have over there. The principle of neuroplasticity, what they repeated exposure, is basically altering your wiring of your brain towards anxiety and negativity. If you want to learn more about all of that, those brain waves, how you can increase the power of your brain, you can go to arata.se/intelligence. Instead of starting your day with social media, engage in positive activities like reading, journaling, meditating, practicing gratitude, learning something new. These practices will really help you to develop and strengthen better neural pathways that can support calmness, positivity, and overall well-being. By choosing these activities over social media in the morning, you can take control of your brain's conditioning, setting a more positive and more productive tone for your day. I'll give you exercises and activities we can do together when you go and visit arata.se/intelligence.